Hi everybody. I've been kind of busy for the last few weeks. We have an allotment, which is basically a fruit and vegetable garden, and I've been very busy down there. So I thought I'd just make one quick little video, not of some art I've made, but of something that I bought recently. I was at an art exhibition and they had some books about art generally for sale, and look at the wonderful things that I have got. It's a whole series, 8 little booklets about English costume over the years from a museum in Manchester. I thought it was going to be quite old, because this one says it was published in 1949, but that was actually the first edition. And in fact, when you look at it, they were actually probably published in the 1970s. But wait, I mean, aren't they just lovely? Look at all the colours. And the really key thing is, each one cost me 50p. So that means that the 8 of them I bought for £4, which is less than the cost of 2 coffees in Starbucks a summer, much less than the cost of 2 coffees. So I have these lovely little things which will make wonderful covers for some kind of junk journal, if I could bring myself to cut them up. And the pictures inside, they're really fantastic, very interesting. Here we are. This one has a silk robe and petticoat from the 1740s. I mean, look at the old thing, how could she get through the doorways? This one is sort of from the time of Jane Austen. These 2 outdoor dresses are quite reasonable, because you can actually see their feet, so they're not totally trailing in the mud all the time. However, by the time the Victorians got going in the 1860s, look at this. This was considered suitable outdoor dress, 1864 to 66. I mean, trailing in the ground. Then, in the 1870s, again, it's still trailing on the ground. The train of the poor woman in her day dress, with fan and gloves and things. That's a detail of the train. And then we moved on to underwear. Just imagine. And imagine all of that having to be washed by hand. Oh, goodness me. That was the corset, and that was the drawers, and that was the combined top and bottom there. A muslin dress. This one's children's costume. Can you imagine poor children wearing those clothes? This one is in 1868 to 72, and this one's a bit earlier, back in 1807 sort of time, they're saying. But I mean, you couldn't run in those, you couldn't play in those. So, and I just had to have the final ones. Tennis! Look, that was the tennis dress in the 1880s. And bathing dress also in the 1880s. And that, it got a little bit less full of ruffles and frills and things by the time we got to 1910, 1915. So, I don't know. Originally I just bought them because I thought these are absolutely lovely book covers for for journals or anything like that. And then I started to look and see, well, actually, the pictures are lovely. Very interesting. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them, except put them on my bookshelf and occasionally look at them. So if anybody has any brilliant ideas about what can be done with them, that would be really good. Okay, so that was just a very brief little video. I've been trying to sort out a better system for actually doing recording and everything. We'll see if this works. So that's it. That's bye for now. Bye.